Hi, Cameron from the Zamboni Company. We're down at the Civic Center in Brantford, Ontario today to teach you things you need to know about your Zamboni machine. Tire pressure is one of the most commonly overseen maintenance items that we see on service calls. Vehicle ride height is all based off of tire pressure. So the way that your conditioner works and the way your blade's going to react is based off of your vehicle ride height. And the only thing that dictates that is your tire pressure in the machine. Underinflation can cause excessive down pressure, and overinflation can cause not enough down pressure. The other problem that we run into is underinflated tires will run more on the stud beds themselves and cause premature wear on the studs and tires. The other issue that we can run into with underinflation is premature tire wear that can result into wavy ice. Horizontal auger chain. This is another overlooked item that we commonly see on service calls. This chain needs to be serviced on a regular basis to ensure that it's tensioned properly and it's lubricated. We're gonna walk through the steps of what to do. We're gonna first remove this cover on the rear of the chain cover here. So we got the 2 screws here. Quickly take them off. And then we've got the 2 screws at the front here. You can use the Allen key that's supplied in your toolkit. And we just pull the cover up just like so. And we can even just see by this one here, this one's been neglected slightly. 2 things what we're looking for is that there's no tight spots within the chain itself, that it rolls freely, and that it has some kind of lubrication on it. What we typically use is just the chassis grease that we use to grease the rest of the machine. We apply a light coating on top of both layers. So there's 4 sides to a chain. You have the 2 outside rivet sides, and we have the 2 roller faces. On the roller faces themselves, we like to lightly apply grease on the inside and outside of everything. We would reinstall the cover. We'd put either a couple rags or a piece of cardboard underneath of it and allow that to run for a couple moments to allow the grease to get off there so it doesn't end up on your ice surface. Another important thing that we also want to inspect are the set screws found in the top sprocket. It's also important when servicing these components that the set screws are installed with blue Loctite to ensure they won't back off. While we're in here as well, we also want to inspect the belt. This one looks like it's in good condition. Can't turn in on itself. I don't see any snags or tears inside of it to replace it. Auger bearings. This is probably one of the most incorrect service items on every Zamboni machine. Auger bearings should be greased daily, and they should be done while the auger is spinning. Auger bearings are a roller bearing, so inside the races, there are actually 14 little roller balls. If you do that stationary, you're only going to reach 3 of the grease balls. If you do it while they're spinning, you're going to lubricate all of them. We recommend any day the machine is in use that you do all 4 auger bearings, and you do it while the augers are spinning. We recommend 4 to 6 pumps daily per bearing, and we also recommend doing it at the end of the shift. The reason for that is when you walk away from that Zamboni at the end of the evening or the end of your shift, all that water is going to accumulate inside the auger tube and inside the conditioner. So if we can create a barrier of grease to protect the roller balls inside, that's going to give you more life out of your machine and your auger bearings themselves. Greasing your machine on a regular basis is very important. It's going to make your machine last longer and it's going to maximize your performance. Some of the most forgotten fittings that we see on a regular basis are your board brush assembly, your lift yoke and your lift bar on a 400 series, your universal joints, and your brake pedal. All these things can be found on your grease maps, which can be found on the website inside your service manuals. A common question we get from our Zamboni owners and operators is, what do I do if my machine dies on the ice? Shutting the water off is the most important thing, but the second most important is bypassing the transmission. This allows you to push the machine off a lot easier by overcoming the hydraulics inside the transmission. In fuel-powered machines, you need to bypass the red valve located in the transmission with 2 full turns. This overrides the hydraulics and it makes it easier to push the machine off the ice. In EVs, once the vehicle loses power, the transmission is already in neutral, so no other steps will be required. Another important thing is to lift the conditioner. What we're going to show you is the manual operation of the hand pump. First thing is you need to locate your jack handle. We're going to install the jack handle into the pump. So in this situation, we want to lift the conditioner. So I will select the conditioner lever, push it all the way forward, and proceed jacking the handle. Within just a couple pumps, you can already start to see the conditioner lift off the ground. And the desired height is the height of your threshold, so you don't need to go all the way up. Once we get the machine off the ice, you're more than likely gonna have to lift the snow tank to access either the battery or the engine inside the vehicle. So using the same hand pump procedure, we're going to install the handle into the jack as well. This time we're going to select the snow tank, and the same thing will apply. We'll slowly start to pump it. And within a couple quick pumps, we can already identify the snow tank wants to lift. You want to get your snow tank to a height where we can install the safety stand, so it ensures that nobody gets hurt while working on your Zamboni ice resurfacer.